fucking purple in my hand? Are you dumb? I feel like Urkel when I'm geeking up these masks. What they say?
Not my guy, Rowdy Rebel. Not my guy, Rowdy Rebel. Listen, 6ix9ine, listen. As a favor to me, 6ix9ine, as a favor to me, give Rowdy a pass, bro. Give Rowdy a pass. He going through a lot. Give Rowdy a pass, bro.
Any fucking purple in my hand? Are you dumb? I feel like Urkel when I'm geeking up these masks. What they say?
DJ Bandana Black and Doris Records.
Yeah, man. Bandana Black, you know, he always played local music, you know, for Buffalo, man. That was the only DJ we really had, you know what I'm saying? And he always showed love, man. Always been a fan, you know, since day one. I knew him before. I knew him before he was even Bandana Black, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like when he became, you know, on the radio, a radio DJ, man, he just always showed love, man. So, you know, definitely shout out to Bandana Black.
Yeah, Bandana Black.
DJ Bandana. You should give it up. They lock you up for selling white powder, but give guns to their kids and be teaching them about white power. What happened, man? That shit was terrorism. I'm just sharing wisdom. Right. Buffalo 10, we gonna miss them.
Now, before we start this video, I don't really have like a funny intro or anything like that, but I do want to say something based off of one of the last videos that we did, right? So, after the last video that we did, which was the rest in peace to the Buffalo 10, the people that passed away at Tops Market or whatever. So I haven't really dropped a video after that because I had surgery right after that. So my voice, if I speak too loud or if I talk too loud, my voice is kind of messed up. For those who've been following the channel for a while, you know, a couple of years ago I had surgery. They took out my thyroid. They took out a thyroid. They took out a tumor that was like cancerous or something like that, and they took out polyps in my vocal cord. Anyways, I had more polyps in my vocal cord than something else they had to take. Long story short, my throat hurts, so this video is going to pause. It's going to be pretty quick because if I talk for a long time, it's going to hurt. But I want to say this about Rowdy Rebel first. So I want to lead with love, right? Like Joe Budden says on the Joe Budden podcast, I want to lead with love. Shout out to Joe. Actually, no, not shout out to Joe Budden. Fuck Joe Buttons. And I say Joe Buttons, I'm being funny because I know it's Joe Buttons. Because even though he's one of the best rappers of our time, he's a mook as a person. It's a whole Buffalo Joe Budden thing, and we'll talk about that later. But anyway, I almost forgot what I was talking about with this whole Joe Budden thing. But with the Rowdy Rebel situation, right? The reason why I think this is unfortunate is because if you look at 42 Doug, you look at Meek Mill, you look at 600 Breeze, and you look at every single person who's ever directly or indirectly said something to a federal agent, I mean 6ix9ine. You see what happened to them, and Rowdy Rebel obviously is, I'm not gonna say obviously, he allegedly may be falling into the trap. As you can see, he just dropped a new song. By the way, this joint is hard too. This video is hard. I fucks with this song. I fucks with Rowdy Rebel. I was happy that he came back home on a positive note, you know what I'm saying, getting back to the music, you know what I'm saying, working on his positivity and stuff like that too. But two things, Rowdy Rebel. You can't say that you wasn't talking about 6ix9ine because they're gonna assume that you're talking about 6ix9ine. You're gonna have an issue with 6ix9ine because you said the purple hair thing, regardless of whether you was talking to him or not. That's one. Two, unless you physically do something to 6ix9ine, you look like a clown, bro. Just like everybody else looks like a clown, because until you actually do something to 6ix9ine, it's just talk. 6ix9ine is having his way with everybody. He's fully backed by Whack 100, fully protected by Whack 100, and he's just running around doing what he want to do. So when you look at people like 42 Doug, you look at people like 600 Breezy, you look at people like Meek Mill, you beefing with the police, bro. You're beefing with the police and the streets. I guarantee you're not gonna win. You can't beef with somebody who's the police and the streets. So when you do things like kind of throw a jab at 6ix9ine, not only can he hurt you financially and hurt your career, bro, you can go back to jail fucking with this nigga, and you know this. Like, I understand. I know a lot of people's gonna say, well, Rowdy Rebel is a hood nigga. You can't tell him to, how do I say this without, well, I'm not gonna get indicted either way. You can't tell him to not feel a certain type of way or to not be a certain type of way. That's why I say a lot of times in these videos, you gotta listen to what I actually say, and not what you feel that I'm saying. If you listen to what I'm actually saying, right? I'm not telling Rowdy Rebel to not do anything. I'm not telling Rowdy Rebel to not do anything. What I'm saying is that when you publicly put it on a record in New York City during the height of drill music, the type of music that you're doing right now, that the governor, the mayor and everybody's cracking. They trying to lock you niggas up. They basically trying to lock you niggas up, and you're basically willingly saying that you're a gang member, throwing up gang signs, pointing out to your fellow gang member. If I was like the police officer, all I would have to do is just freeze your video and say, you know what, that guy right there hiding with the mask, he's probably a shooter. We can't identify him. But the 3 guys that's around him that's not wearing a mask, I have several pictures with him on their Instagram. We'll just follow them and find out who the fuck he is and then lock him up also too. Do you see what I'm saying now, Rowdy Rebel? That's what happens when the police are into your business. But when the feds are into your business, when you're beefing with a guy like 6ix9ine, especially when you're like throwing subs at him as far as like with the purple hair, because I don't know anybody else with purple hair unless you're talking about a chick. But even if you are talking about a chick, they're still going to assume that you're talking about 6ix9ine. But unless you're going to physically do something to him, what does that matter? Because all he's going to say is that one of your homies got killed and you didn't do anything. And then what are you going to do? Either you're going to do something, which could potentially get you locked up, or you're going to do nothing, which you're going to look pussy, and he's still going to win. So there's no way that you win. He is the police and the streets. You're beefing with the police and the streets. You want to go back to jail by doing that. And the reason why I'm so strongly on this is because, bro, New York drill music is actually good. I hated it at first because it all sounded the same. It's actually good, but the only thing is, they're not only trying to stop the drill music, they're trying to lock you niggas up, and you're basically giving them the cases, bro. You're giving them the information. So again, I'm not telling you that don't protect yourself. I'm not telling you to go spend, get your G-lock and all the other stuff. I'm just telling you, you might not want to publicly say it, or you might, if you're publicly saying it, you might not want to beef with somebody that's fucking federal informant, bro. It's just not smart. And for the simple fact of, you can't really go too hard on, I know a lot of people are going to say, you can't say that Bandana Black, but I am going to say it. Rowdy, you can't really go too hard on the 6ix9ine situation because your man did a song with him while he was in jail. Your man that, you know what I'm saying, that you shot out, your man Bobby did a song with him while he was in jail. Now, granted, Bobby might not have known, whatever. The fact of the matter is, your man, fellow GS9 family member, it's not a gang, family member, did a song with him. So they were cool at one point. And now you're talking about purple hair. But either way, bro, I want you to get out here and protect yourself. I want you to still be positive. I want you to still lead your people. You really got a good message. The reason why I say you got a good message is because you're one of the people who actually stood tall, who lived through it and came out able to tell their story. But don't continue on your story by going to jail. Don't let that be the end of your story by beefing with a nigga who is literally going to forget about you once you get locked up, because you're not that big of an artist to where you're going to be on his radar. I'm just keeping it G with you. I fucks with you. The streets fucks with you. I am the streets. Here in Buffalo, New York, as far as street music, radio and all that, that's what I did. When you was locked up, that music that you heard on the weekends, that was me. I do that. So I rocks with that personally. But you beefing with a nigga that's the police and the feds, bro, it's impossible. I seen it in my, without getting into too details about it, right? It was a recent news story about an area in Buffalo, and they were saying like how this area in Buffalo had like a lot of issues with like a lot of other areas in Buffalo, but they were also saying how like the police had issues with this area in Buffalo too, how the police basically would ride around listening to guys from this area, and they basically harass these guys. Basically, like they would wait to try to catch them with something, wait to try to catch them with a ratchet, catch them with some drugs, basically just fuck with these guys. But these guys also had issues with the rest of the city also too, and it was a lose-lose situation. You can't win that. You can't keep it on you for your ops, but then keep it off of you because the cops. You see what I'm saying? You beef with a nigga that's the ops and the cops. You're beefing with a nigga that's the cops and the ops. It's impossible, bro. But I mean, honestly, Rowdy, if that's what you want to do, bro, if you want to beef with a nigga that's the police, you want to put it out publicly, like put the information out publicly, all I ask is give it to me first so I can get some views before you get locked up. Obviously, I'm being funny. I don't want you guys to get locked up. Just stop doing dumb shit, bro. Just leave 6ix9ine alone. Beef with your ops. Beef with a nigga that's going to shoot at you and leave it at that. Don't beef with a nigga that's going to have somebody else shoot at you and then tell on you and tell on the person that he paid to shoot at you. That's all I'm saying. Or if you choose to do it, just give me the exclusive first so I can get some views. Anyways, it's DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, more respected. Heavy shouts out to our peoples over at 416 in the city too. I don't know if y'all can see the background right now. If you actually looking behind me right now, that's actually Canada behind me right now. You know what? They can call me Worldwide Bandana Black, because I'm recording right now in America, but in the background you can see Canada. That's crazy. It's actually true too if you think about it. I'm in Buffalo, New York right now. Dead serious, and behind me right now is another country. But anyways, DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, more respected, Mr. Hashtag IAmBuffalo, and I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm just mad as hell. I just got another ticket too. This how G I keep it, right? So I got one ticket, right, and I actually left it in the house. I'm about to pay it. So what I do when I park, I leave that ticket in the window. So if another car, give me parking tickets, another car come, they won't give me another ticket. Well, I forgot that ticket in the house. I got another fucking ticket, bro. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the channel. Make sure you should share. Make sure you subscribe to my Cash App also too. We also might be going, what's today, Saturday? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be playing Call of Duty live later on tonight too, around midnight. Hit me up on Twitch, DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected. I'm about to go on the west side to the West Side Bazaar and go get me some food. Anyways, we out.
A federal hate crime, calling it the act, quote, pure evil.
Pray for my city, just say a prayer for my city. Buffalo, New York, my city. 716. Pray for my city, just say a prayer for